Hello guys, I'm just doing a super quick tutorial on how I edited and created my own logo for my photography brand. And this is seriously so simple, super fast, and yeah, I really enjoy it. So let's get started. So the first thing I do is I kind of already had something in mind on what I wanted. So what I'm doing now is I'm looking on two of the websites that I find the best templates. So there's Creative Market and then there's Etsy as well. And so I already typed in photography logos, and normally they already have stuff that's already kind of pre-made. So sometimes I draw some inspo from that kind of stuff, but I definitely prefer something minimal. So what I had in mind was I wanted to have a vintage camera as the main bit of my logo, and then obviously my business name. So what I just typed in was vintage cameras, and there's seriously heaps and heaps and heaps. So I just had to look through and found the best one for me. So this is super cute. I really like that. It's a little busy personally for me, but it has a really nice style to it. It's more girly and feminine, and that's super cute. So yeah, pretty much I found the logo or cameras that I liked, and I just downloaded those logos or designs. And so once it was downloaded, I looked online and I saw what the best size was for pictures for Facebook, and I opened up Photoshop. So let's create a new one. So create new, and I already have it written out, so a custom. I did 1801 by 1801 and resolution 72 because I know that Facebook doesn't really support super high quality images. So once I figured that out, I pressed create, and now I'm going to go to Finder and select downloads, which has the vintage cameras in here. So with the pack that I got, they had cameras with just the watercoloring, which is nice. Like, it gives it a real vintage vibe and just like handmade, I guess, hand painted, which is really nice. But I guess I wanted something a little more crisp, so I used the option of cameras, watercolor, and ink, which gives like the outline of the cameras, which I think just looks a little more clean cut and put together. So I'm just going to select a camera that I like. Let's go with this nice Polaroid. So I'm going to drag and drop it into Photoshop, and I'm going to resize that. So I press Command T, which is already in that settings, and I want to make sure that I drag from this little corner spot, otherwise it will change the perspective and warp the look of it. So you want to make sure that you have this little toggle, click Shift while dragging, and that will make sure, never mind, undo, is it Command? Nope. Option. There we go. So I take that back. It's actually Option. When you make sure you click Option and get this little toggle here, and that'll make sure that you don't warp or change the perspective of that. So I'm just gonna try and center it, and then once I have it centered, I'm just gonna click the arrow buttons on my keyboard to move it up, so I don't move it from the center too much, because I know that I want to put the font below the icon, the camera icon. So now I'm gonna click on type, and when I did this, I went online because I knew I wanted some handwritten style kind of typeface, so I just write in free font. So I'm gonna click on this, and then I normally just have a look and see if I can find like a little handwritten calligraphy, so maybe I'll try that and see what kind of stuff they have. That's pretty cute, but I think that it's really good to have stuff in capitals, but this is really nice and soft. It pretty much just depends on your taste, honestly, but I want something that's bold enough and clear cut so people can like really read what I'm trying to say, especially if it's your brand. You definitely want that to stand out. This one's pretty nice. I don't know if it's still very readable. Black pen is nice. I think I'll download that. So I click download, and then I double click on it, open it up, and then I find like the text file for it. No, this one, and then double click on it again, click install font, and then I don't know what that means, but I always just install it anyway. So I exit out all of these fun tabs, and then I'm gonna create some text with it. Let's double check the name, and that was Black Pen. Cool. Now I'm going to find the text, and there you go, Black Pen. Let's just put, what do I want to write here? Tipster AF. And so obviously the font is quite small right now, so let's triple click that and highlight it all and see how 72 looks. That's still quite small. I'm thinking maybe like 85. Let's see if that works. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. Again, this is quite simple, and this is just the way that I do it because I know I like simplistic stuff and not to have it too busy. And once I'm done with that, Facebook and most websites don't really support PNG, which is what I edited in to get the transparent background. So what you want to do is go to File, Save As, and then Format is going to be JPEG, and name it whatever you want, logo, and there you have it. It is all done-ski. That took about 5 minutes, hopefully, and it just depends on how you want to refine everything. I like keeping it quite simple, and that makes it super, super easy. So thanks so much. Have a good one, guys.